Good evening, everyone, and warm welcome to today's webinar on premium interiors in a smart budget. We are delighted to have you all with us. And today, we have Mr. Dinesh Padmanabhan. He's a mechanical engineer by profession and a designer by passion. He began his journey in 2005, and at the time, interiors were still a new concept. With no marketing and made in his team, his work has grown purely through referrals and building trust for nearly 20 years. And through Fab Modula, he has led projects ranging from 20 lakhs to 1 crore. Many of them were repeat clients. Beyond interiors, his creativity extends to into painting, landscaping, glassworks, fabrication, uh, custom furniture, etc. So it's a pleasure to have you with us today, sir. And once again, a warm welcome to all our audience. So over to you, sir. You can start the session.
Yeah, good evening all. Come on. Hello.
Hello, sir. You are audible. You can start the
Yeah,
session.
I mean, I can hear a lot of noise. So I'm good. It's okay, fine. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I am Dinesh. Good evening, all of you. My name is Dinesh Padmanabhan. I'm a mechanical engineer by profession and a designer by passion. Right. So when Kolo officials, when they came and met me in my office, they asked me whether we will be with the experience what I have gained and the thoughts what I carry. They asked me, can you give a presentation regarding premium interiors in a smart budget? And to me, it sounded interesting because it's a subject which I can explain how a person who is looking for interiors has to position himself when they meet a designer. There are so many points to consider. How do you get the best out of a designer? So that is what exactly which I am trying to explain. And I'll brief more about me, the circumstances what I had way back in 2005, and right now in 2025, how I address my clients. So can I share the PPT? Right. I have a few presentations. I have some slides as well for you to understand some case studies as well, so that the webinar becomes interesting. If I continuously speak for an hour, it might not be appreciable. So I've brought in some interesting subjects. Case studies are always, it's a study material where people can understand what all things has to be looked into to get the best out of when you spend your hard-earned money. Right. So let me present. So here I have with me my son Dev Padmarajan, who is assisting me in this whole process. So, Mr. Dev. Yeah, I'll share the screen now. I hope the screen is visible to everyone, right?
Yes, sir. It is.
Yeah. See, after all my explanations is over, please, you can ask me the questions, any doubts regarding the presentation or any issues what you face for your current projects, if it is if it's a running project, and how to address in your pain points which is not getting addressed. So any cases which you can, that the whole members who are part of the webinar also will be able to hear such things, how you bring in solutions. Yeah. As now, let me explain about myself. I started this in 2005. Those days, right? This interior design, the terminology was itself not there. Uh, I was with the BPL, television company. I mean, white goods company for 15 years. But then my passion towards design. I'm an artist. I used to do paintings and all. So I thought, okay, let me venture into a place of my own area where I can perform without even telling my family. Family in the sense, not my wife and kids, with my parents as such. And I quit the job and then started without even telling any of my immediate families, because they won't. Nobody those days, right? Even you don't have 3D modeling, you don't have 3ds Max, you didn't have SketchUp, and that was this area time when I have entered this field. Before entering, I've done a lot of survey and tried to check out how interiors are done, given by the architects and those days contractors. After going through talking to each every person, I understood there is a space for myself, because people have not addressed the interiors with detailing, and the scope of customization was there. So right now, if you look at I've done hundreds of houses. All houses has gone with the mechanical engineering thought behind it. And if you look at all my installations, maintenance is very minimal. Most of the houses my team has not visited after handing over the site, because the process of implementation has been carried out with the engineering background, considering the torque and so many things. Right. Most of the companies now, they enter into this and they have a separate team for maintenance. They call it as different name, support system, care, and all those things. But with me, right, once it is handed over, it is handed over completely. So why and how this happens, I'll tell you as we go forward. Right. Maybe because of this, the customization what I gave, the detailing what I gave, the addressing the functional requirements might be one reason when people refer their people, as well as they come back even after 10 years for the second houses. If you, like I mentioned here, current running projects run starts from 20 lakhs to almost a crore and plus, right? When I explained this 20 lakhs to 1 crore plus, that means people who come to me as their own thoughts. Some people might say that this is my the last house which I'm not going to buy further. So you can spend the extra, you can spend, I mean, so much I need a great space. Some people would come to me and then say that, I'm going to be here for, if we really don't know whether I'll get shifted to abroad. So this time I don't want to spend much. I'm going to limit first in a limited thing. So the budget is, when you look at, right, might be the budget what they specify, but there are so many things which we need to address, even any budget for that matter. Yeah. So let me come into the subject, premium interiors in a smart budget. So this is a very wide subject where it has got multiple areas to consider, which I will cover as we go forward. What are premium interiors according to me? Like I mentioned, whether the budget can be 20 lakhs or a crore plus, it all depends on the client's requirement. Now, coming to the premium, if you divide the interiors as such, you can divide into basically two areas. One is the functional, one is the functional area, and then the aesthetics. In the functional area, if you look at, that is where you get the happiness of using the interiors. Let me tell you one thing. You get your interiors done by any person for that matter. He has given you the greatest of the greatest, best of the best effort he has given. That particular space, what you enjoy, you started enjoying, but max to max, your enjoyment is maximum after 3 to 4 months because you are a part and parcel of this space and you know what we have got. But the real happiness comes and should last for years is from the functionality and hassle-free usage of the interiors. So premium interiors, according to me, let F, as I've listed as, for to achieve this, you should use a quality, best quality material, right? Only then you will be able to achieve hassle-free usages. And of course, any implementation for that matter, it should have the highest quality finishes, right? Then comes the customization. As a designer, any designer whom you approach should be able to customize it the way you want, right? Why? Because if you are trying to get a job done by a designer, then the same designer your brother is approaching or immediate family member is approaching, that cannot be the same because you have both of you has got a different thought process. We should not be able to, you should not give you a space with only the color changes or whatever. Internals of every storages need to be thought through, right? I'll explain to that in detail as we go forward. Then comes the maintenance. Zero maintenance is what everyone should look for. Why? Because as you start using a space, as you start living, when you have a problem arising due to something, can be with the hinges, the door falling apart, handles coming out, or can be any reason for that matter, it's a nuisance for you. And of course, and you when you a call to the agency or the interior design group, when you give, for them to address it, for them also is an issue, right? So it all depends on both of you get into a problem of waiting for the guy to come and do it, and he getting all this workforce arranged to do a small correction, right? So ideal way is to how when you approach a client, when you approach a designer, how will you make sure that what is the process what is following to get a zero maintenance space. Then comes functionality. So when you say when you come, then it comes to functionality. So the functionality which I meant is how easy you can access the space, how easy you can uh, use the what are the storage areas, which has to be accessible in the rightest way. So when I say the functionality what you require as well as maybe another person require can be different. You cannot have a standard wardrobe, you cannot have a standard areas as such because your thought process is different. Now, then comes the addressing the customer pain points. Customer pain points. So the customer pain points, why I referred this is most of the cases when it is done given by a builder, the space what you get from any builder for that matter, it need to be designed to the way you need it. Most of the cases, most of the builders, they don't allow customization in the buildings, and it is you to do it after you take the possession, right? Then when you go to an architect, you sit across and decide, and the architects try to give you what they can to suit your requirement. That may not be the case when you buy an apartment or a builder driven villa. They give a standard thing, and how do you accommodate your requirements to suit it? I can, in this program, I'm going to present you little worse-ish cases where I brought them solutions. And maybe let me I don't wish you should get into such things, because these are very, very, very critical areas, which, but you should also understand these type of cases also arise, and it's the designer's thought which brings in solution for the client.
थोड़ा
Am I audible and is it visible?
थोड़ा
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is a smart budget? It need to be considered into two areas, like I said. Smart, how do you assign a budget for an interiors? An interior which is size, let us say, 2,000 square feet of a space or 3,000 square feet of a space. A space of 2,000 square feet bought by two people, the same plan, more or less the functionality and the storage pricing should be, we cannot vary much. Whereas when it comes to the aesthetics, that is where you can spend the way you want, right? So see, one more thing which I'd like to tell you is a premium, when you say the interior and the ambience and the aesthetics need not be uh, an expensive one. How can you bring it? Because it's a cohesive feel what you get. Your curtains can bring in good ambience. Your curios can bring in good ambience. A small change in color or one wall alone can bring in ambience. A wallpaper can bring in ambience. Not necessarily that you need to panel it. You need to put heavy elements to bring in ambience. Right. Of course, there are very many things to look into. The light source, I mean, the daylight, how much, whether the any area where it is west facing, east facing, or whatever, right? All have to be considered while deciding an interior. Like I said, it's a cohesive feeling what you need to understand, right? How your interior space will be. It's a mix of functionality and aesthetics. Coming into functionality, right? When I tell this, when I've mentioned this word even before once, right? Functionality. The functional requirement or the requirement I've mentioned, I've shown a wardrobe here, right? Now, when you get when you see this is schematic presentation. When you see a wardrobe here, you feel yes, good. Yeah, this is good. Area, you have got a hanging space, you have a lot of shelf, you have got a lot of drawers, right? This stuff. But when a designer shows you something like this, can I do like this? You might say yes, yes, go forward. But let me tell you, as gents and as ladies, right? The wardrobe design cannot be the same. The same wardrobe cannot be the wardrobe that a gents what he uses cannot be the same like a ladies use when they use. Because for gents generally, we have a very limited types of dresses. Mostly it is shirt and pants or a t-shirt and pants. For a change, it is sometimes you get kurtas. That is not the case with ladies. Ladies has to dress for the occasion, because society wants that. Because for a marriage, they should be in saris or whatever. For an office, they can come in this. For a daily at home, this is it. When they go evening walk, they have a different types. So if you look at the type of dresses, what they use is different types of dresses is what they. But how do you manage all those in their wardrobes? You cannot have a same pattern like I told you. What you give for gents cannot be the same thing for ladies. And of course, one more thing. I mean, after the marriage, when she's with you, she should have brought some 25, 50 odd saris. And where do you keep all the saris? So this saris are really costly saris, function saris or dresses. How do you handle such things? No, it has to be, it cannot be in the prominent area of your wardrobe. Then how do you address your daily dresses? So to design a wardrobe itself, you need, the designer has to interact with you to get max details for him and how we design it. So premium interior, when I say on a broad classification, it's not just high quality material. There are so many areas to for a premium interior. Functionality is most important, right? I mean, people, any other designer, maybe designer to designer, he can have a different thought. But to me, I use the best of the material, but in what proportion I should cut a plank, which will help my client to get the best out of it. So my all my wardrobes, I ask all these questions to my people when they with me, right? And there are different ways to capture the requirement. So the design process with me is a different. I need extra time to capture the data and to convert into spaces. Bringing it design on the shutter, that is, there are very many ways. But I mean, once the internals are finalized and then the shutters added to that, that becomes your interior, right? Now, the same is the case. Like I mentioned about gents and ladies. But what about kids? At the age when you start, maybe, and at the age sometimes you are trying to acquire a villa at the age of something between 40 to 45. That is the time where your family has the maximum changes in the life, right? Why? Because my son might be entering into an engineering, my daughter might be getting ready to join doctor special courses. That is the time you have changes in your life where your extra a car comes to your family. It's a change in life. Your position changes, and your interiors also has to suit that. Right, the way the space where you want to live has to accommodate all the changes in life. A age between 40 to 45 to 46 is the time period where you have the maximum changes in life. How do you address all those? That means it has to be a flexible when it comes to interiors, right? So that is where your interiors becomes interesting. Now, like I told you, suppose your kids are very young, in the school going kids. I mean, most of the kids, they are into sports. They are into multiple. They have their own what are that hobbies and all. How to address their wardrobe? Their wardrobe, the hanging area cannot be like the way you have it on the 7 feet height. For them, how do you bring down the hanging space, and how do you effectively use it? Because they at that age, at the age of 7, 8, or at the 10, at the 10 years, they should be able to handle their wardrobe. They should be able to handle their study space. The study space, the storage space, is that what all you need to consider, and that too the detailing, right? Now, let me elaborate on this subject a bit more. Most of the designers, I've heard a lot of interviews where designers, they tell, I have this space, we have completed taking the client's input, what they want, and that is how we done. Now let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. When I ask you in a bedroom, so what will you need? You will definitely tell me I need a TV unit. Some cases, some people say I need a TV unit, and of course a dresser area, and of course wardrobes for sure, and a cot, right? So from my side, I start asking questions because TV. I ask my questions starts there because the TV. What is your preference of viewing the TV? While sleeping, while lying on the bed, or you sit on the and headboard, lean on the headboard and watch the TV, or you want a coach to watch the TV. There itself, all the three requires TV at the different positions. And if you have a habit of leaning towards the headboard, most of the cases it is used as a part of the aesthetics. But headboard also is a part of your functional requirement because the inclination, the angle at which the headboard need to be prepared helps you in using it beautifully. The height of the TV loaded helps you to view it beautifully. Different. I mean, study table. Yeah, when it comes to the study table, right? Those days in 2005. I have forced people to take a study table. People normally say, no, no, I don't, we don't need a study table. I said, don't take it as a study table. Consider as a as offloading ledge. Then the question is, what is this offloading ledge? Because when you come inside a wardrobe, inside a bedroom, you will have two mobiles. Take a case of a lady coming in. She has a vanity bag. She has other maybe vanity bag. She has a tab. She has a mobile. All these things. Normally, what happens if you don't have an offloading ledge? This automatically goes on to the cot. And towards the end, when you're ready for sleep, you will be finding a space, and all this goes to either to the study table or the chair next to that. Right. So how do you manage all this? Your daily requirement of minute level thoughts, your functional requirement. So that is where you have to understand all these pain points need to be addressed. Now, of course, we discuss about study thing, one question what I ask is, what is the type of, do you you have a work from home? Moment they say, yes, it's an hybrid, it's a work from home. Then I ask the next question, work from home is, what is the time period? Some people say that from morning 9 to 3. Most of the people said morning starts at 9, but it doesn't end. Either it is 9 in the night or 10 in the night or 11 in the night, because I attend Japanese, morning is US, night is Japanese, and all those things. So we have a different time zones and then you are always engaged. In such case, how do you plan your study table? Nowadays, you get a study table which you can adjust the height, right? But study table, a fixed study table, how will you address your requirement like this continuous working? The depth has to be properly addressed. The shape has to be properly addressed. There are very many things to give a study table, consider study table requirement. Now comes to the what is that dresser. Dresser, we normally feel that a dresser, a mirror, and a light on the top is enough. But generally, let me tell you, the dresser light, most of that in the dresser light is light intensity is inadequate. The dresser, what your wife wants, cannot be the same way another lady wants, because she might be into modeling, she might be into different, and certain times certain ladies want to spend extra time in the dresser. Then how do you plan your dresser lights? The light has to focus on your body. The easiness in accessing the perfumes. So the perfume rack, how do you design the perfume rack? So every area has to be detailed. That is where the functionality and the customization come in. Right. So this is exactly when you talk about the premium interiors, any image, even my finished house pictures or design pictures, if you look at, or any designer's picture, you definitely see a wow in that. But how do you convert spaces? How do you address the functionality and the customization? One thing, let me tell you, a residential interior is very difficult to implement and to design. When it comes to commercial interior, people are happy to take. There are a lot of commercial interior designers, and they are very happy. They finish the work in no time. Why? Because it is nobody's property, it is everybody's property. And no one goes into depth. If something goes wrong, they are not worried, because it is not their property. That is not the case. When you entrust your hard-earned money with a designer, how carefully is spending it? Or you get the best thing, or that you need to prepare yourself. When you address it, I mean, let me tell you one more thing. In 2005, people in this field were very less. But that is, I mean, if somebody wants to get their house done beautifully, for them the players are very less. Either they need to I mean, like that, when I complete every house, right, I used to get 20 references, 25 references every time. But that is not the case now. It is your battle to understand who is your person, right? So situation is that, so it is your what is that, to understand, to check with him, to find out from not from the latest houses what he had done, but ideally I would suggest to ask him to give a 10-year-old guy who has done your index with you. You can should check with him how many times these people have come for maintenance. How are you enjoying the space? Did this person consider your functional requirement, customization to what level he has given you? Is it a standard subject? Right. So this is one area where you also should involve, at least in the beginning of thing, to when you entrust it to a designer, so that then things happens beautifully. I will discuss about the timelines and other things subsequently. Right. I think have half an hour more time, I think. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So going to the next slide, right. I will now I'll give you some cases where how should a designer be. Right. Most of the cases, like now, you get a builder-driven villas and apartments where you don't have much challenges. But I have plenty of cases like this. I have taken three, four different types and areas, which will give you some insight how to what extent a designer can spend his thoughts to give a space which clients feel that it's a lost space to bring it to glory. Right. So this is one villa. I mean, this family came and met me one day in my office. Both of them, the faces was a bit worried. They had a worried face, and they told me, Dinesh, we have a space. It is done by an architect. He tried to give lot many creations, but everything went for a toss. We had specifically told him we don't want any partition or something in between in the ground floor, and I need a very expanse feel. Now we can see a pillar during the process of molding. A pillar, he told the person that sorry, there is something went wrong. We need to have a structural guy wants a support in between. That was the time the lady of the house started worrying much, and it proceeded. You can see another space like the staircase, where staircase could not be connected. The design also went for a toss. They were not able to do the staircase. This particular house had multiple issues around. Then finally, the architect had a tough time and he left. And they approached so many people, and finally somebody said, "Why don't you talk to the nation?" That is how they came to me. Now I'm not, and let me tell you how things can be addressed in such a worst case as well. Right. Now, yeah, this is the time. This is the day when I inspected. I took some pictures of it, at least to analyze it in my office. So this you can see. Another area you can see he has given a floating flooring on the top. That is where the entry is. And the rainwater started coming inside. So multiple cases, issues. Every area, right? It had multiple issues. So this, and you can see in this slide, you can see the staircase in a very close thing. You can see they were not able to connect it. Now I'll show you the house after completion. Yeah. So they went to so many people. What they did is to cover the pillar. They created a bookshelf. They created a crockery. Eventually, it became a divider between the two spaces. And you can see that left pillar, that is the subject pillar in question. And instead of covering it, I gave another dummy pillar and beautified the whole scene with customized light solutions. The client was extremely happy because she was from Mintra. She was the director of Mintra. And yeah, so the very senior official. And then she never had a feeling that this is a design which will give you her feeling again, because still she had a complete feel. In fact, between the pillar, I suggested a sofa, and then a divan, and then sofa. I mean, as it proceeded, no, they had to shift to US. So before they shifted, I took the pictures and pictures. Right, and the housewarming when they did, she introduced to all the directors of Mindra, and she explained to how the house was earlier and how the house is now. This is how you address the pain points. When I told you multiple times, addressing the pain points is like this. How do you address the pain points? When so many people gave them a crockery shelf and bookshelf to cover the pillar, I thought in a different direction, right? And the customer was very much happy. Now you see how I solved the fabric or that staircase. From the far distance, you can see that, right? And this is the house. You can see what I've done. It I removed the connect between the main member. You can see that this is the main member, and cantilevered all the steps into the wall. So this is how you bring in solutions, addressing the pain points. How do you bring in designs to address the pain points? Now a case study too, right? I mean, you all of you can note this, and you can ask me questions as when we conclude this, and I'll be very happy to explain to you if in case in your ongoing projects if you have any issues like this, or any cases which you feel that how do you address it in terms of budget, in terms of issues and functionality and pinpoints and so forth. Now this is the case. It's an area in Sarjapur. So this particular villa, so they got a reference and met me. They came to me, and then this particular while they took me to their villa, they in the car they said, Dinesh, we lost the investment because we saw a different what is that model villa, and we bought it. But now when it came, right, you can see here in this is the living space where you have, that is the, we can see the entry coming in. So that wall, the staircase wall, that two between the two pillars is the entry towards the living space, and one side is towards the garden, and higher the raised platform is the what is that dining section, and you have the wall on one side. So the problem is, well, how do you address, where do you keep the sofa? Right, they didn't have proper space to keep the sofa. And Dinesh, so what they did is in the process, they went to the builder and they told them out of the 3 rooms, they told them to convert 1 bedroom into TV room because they were very sure that they can't keep a TV here. After seeing this, I told them, no, don't worry. I'll address your issue and I'll show you a design and the implementation as well, how I addressed it. So this staircase area and the entry area, I blocked it and converted into TV space again. You can see that a TV coming. That was earlier staircase railing. So, and you can see the backside of it, how they have kept the sofa. And of course, just here the ceiling, right? Ceiling is done not in a normal pattern. It's just a beautifying the ceiling with boxes, inverted boxes, and lights inside it. So this is the design what I gave, and I'll show you how it got implemented. So this is how the implemented one, right? So she was trigger happy to get a space like this. She's, I mean, I mean, that is how you address the pain points, you know. I mean, and bringing in ambience as well. Now, most of the client like this, they all become a lifelong friends. So like this, and definitely after years, when they go for the second houses or when the son or family members when they buy, you know, that is how you feel that he, Dinesh will be able to, or the designer will be, any designer for a matter, will be able to do my space, right? Now, third is a staircase. Like I told you, I do everything inside a house, whether it be fabrication, whether it be hardscapes, landscapes, murals. I do paintings. I mean, I started as an artist, and then, so I mean, for inside the house, how do you bring in thoughts? So one particular space, they were trying to get a staircase done by the civil guy. He gave a very normal staircase, and which, I mean, the staircase, in fact, if you ask me, right, it is the heart of the whole thing. A good staircase will give, has to give you an ambience, right? It's a part of the whole implementation thing, right? So this people, they tried with the civil guy. He gave a very normal staircase. Then he asked me, Dinesh, can you suggest one? And this is the staircase what I did. So this staircase, if you see, the entire thing has a laser cut steps, suspended from the ceiling, third floor ceiling. The rods came down, and this is what I did for them. And during the housewarming day, no, that was one of the best area which people felt going up and down to enjoy the staircase. Right. Now going to the next mezzanine study area. Right. This house is in near to Lalbagh. It's an apartment, duplex apartment. It has got a double height ceiling in the main living as well as in the inner area space also. So, which the client said was not very clear. Dinesh, study area is bit less for my kid. They had two, three kids. So, how do you manage that? So, after inspecting the house, I said, this mezzanine, we'll create a mezzanine and we'll convert a study space there as well. You can see that in the design what I gave. So this is the door where you see and the lights and all, right? So that is actually a mezzanine thing. I can show you this, right? This is how the earlier structure was. You will see the double height all along, everywhere. This is the house which I gave a design to convert into a space like this, right? So, they were very happy. But they never had a thought that this house can be converted to such a, aesthetics wise, every person can bring in aesthetics. But on the functionality side, how do you bring in the requirement, that customization, the functionality into converting the space to get, and also I gave a Juliet balcony, right, for them to enjoy the double height ceiling, right? So this Juliet balcony, the whole thing came into, the implementation was a bit tough, but then we could achieve everything. Yeah, this is how we did. This is the implementation time. This is the mezzanine, what you see there. Okay, to summarize, I think I'll let you, time is running out. To summarize, premium interiors in a smart budget. And all the people who are listening to me, you should also be a part of in providing the information what you need to get it. It cannot be just like that. Like I told you, I need a TV unit. It cannot be in a broader way. You need to go in depth. I use TV while sleeping on the bed or whatever. Every area in the time, you need to have some thought, or the designer, it is his duty to extract that requirement from you. To for a normal client, you might not have experienced so much, but you need to understand while you select a designer, to what extent he can help you, to what extent his engineering thoughts are, to what extent he has customized spaces, to what extent he has interest to the functionality, to what extent he has his hands, he can lay his hands on the best quality material, to what extent he has that implementation process perfect. So these are the things you should check with any designer for that matter. Normally, this has become a big business. Normally, all the marketing guys meet you and then immediately start offering you, we give you good discount. You should not get carried away with such freebies and things like that. Otherwise, if you want to get the best out of the money what you're spending, you need to evaluate the person or the company very well. And for that, I've listed out a few things on the left hand side. Premium interiors, how to get good quality material finish, and this customization and the functionality. Whether the designer guy or the company is able to maintain a zero maintenance. And what about the aesthetics? Whether he is able to address all the pain points of the client so far he has handled. Right. Now, when the designer addresses your pain points, you also will feel, right, yeah, if you have to achieve this, maybe you have to, yeah, say like I told you, right, most of the cases nowadays you get the double height wardrobes. It is not for aesthetics. You can bring a lot of functionality to the double height wardrobes. Double height and double instance, where it's floor to ceiling wardrobes, right, where it's the glass wardrobes you get in different brands. Right. Most of the people, what they use it as for the functionality and for aesthetics. But this, when you spend more on your wardrobe, floor to ceiling wardrobe, what best you can achieve from that? Most of the case I have seen, the designer giving a loft inside. For that, you don't have to spend on this double but the floor to ceiling wardrobe. I mean, it's a costly one. If you want to give a loft can be as a normal one, a 7 feet normal wardrobe, and the 2.5 feet of loft is enough. So, and then there are a lot of mechanisms which you can use, you can install to use their once in a while dresses. Right, most of the dresses, right? To be very, when I say once in a while dresses, then you go out nowadays, when you go out to a mall, when there is a good dress, you just buy, whether you need or not, and you might keep it within a wardrobe and to use it in the right occasion when it comes. Where do you keep that? How do you address that? Right. So there are very many things which has come in. Majorly, what you see is you get people telling that this is that trouser hanger, this is the tie hanger, this is the shoe rack inside the wardrobe. No, you can customize it much beyond that to address your uh, uh, requirement. I mean, what I said is a flexible interior inside the wardrobe, right? Now, let me tell you about it. A good designer, in my case, let me tell you, I'll tell you. You would have heard about a family doctor, right? Why do you go to a family doctor? Because you know his analysis is good. He's able to give the right medicine. He's able to understand you and your family. So you go to him every time, and you recommend others as well. Because he is able to address your pain points, right? So his diagnosis are better. He helps you to come out of your illness so fast, right? Similarly, you need to understand and get a right designer to address your pain points. That is why I mentioned for you to keep in mind a family clinic. I just brought in the subject as a family doctor, right? So maybe because of this, I'm happy to have all my clients, most of the clients who have not left 2 years or abroad, they're all with me to give me again reference business or the second house, all the houses which I'm doing, all second houses. Right. Now you need to also understand from your designer what is your experience in getting the second level businesses. That means he is the guy for you. Okay. And the last thing. So this is all from my side, and interior topic is not as is not a topic which can be discussed in this 1 hour. Generally, it is a subject. It has got it's a very wider subject, you know. All right, but then thank you, Kolo and the team, to give you and me an opportunity to come together and to listen to all this. Now, I think thank you all of you, and I'm keeping it open for the questions.
Yes, yeah. So, dear participants, it's time for our Q&A session. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hands and we'll take them one by one. So Sanjay has raised his hand. So if you have any questions, you can ask to maybe sir. You can unmute yourself and ask to him. Hello, Sanjay, sir. Hello, Sanjay, sir. If you've got any questions, you can ask Dinesh.
Hi, Sanjay. Come on.
Sridevi ma'am, if you can unmute yourself, you can ask the question.
Good evening, sir. This is Sridevi here.
Hi, Sridevi. Right.
So nice to listen your lecture. It's a short, but it's really great points. I heard it.
Okay. Good.
I listened it, and it's nice. And I wanted to ask you how you address the wardrobe termites, that birds and all. Nowadays, people come with no, the wood will get lot of termites. They say something. I don't know what to say in English. Uh, so. Uh,
Moral termite, is it?
Yes, like they want to go with the marble or granite inside shells and all. So, but the outer shells fixing and all the with the woodwork or glass work, it's very it's not comfortable with the marble thing. How to while fixing? So, how to come out of this termite things?
See, termite is something which is not associated with the wood, right? The
Yes.
termite comes from outside, right? If you have a termite stuck tree around your house, right?
Okay.
You should be very sure that termite will definitely come inside the house.
Mhm.
Now now, and I'll tell you how to address a wardrobe. I'll tell you, but then don't think that termite will eat only your wardrobe. It will eat your door frame. Every area termite will definitely take.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. I mean, very many, lot of experience in handling termites because when people call me, because nowadays people call me even from the plan stage because the type of customization, the type of detailing what I've given people what call me even from the plan stage. Dinesh, we'd like to involve you right from the day one. So I'm giving them even architects when they give the plans, right? In spite of they giving 3D, no, they send it to me and then I involve right from the day one to right. The first question what I ask them is, did you do the proper termite treatment?
Okay.
Right. So if you have a standalone house, a villa, or something, and
Mhm.
if you have not given proper attention to the termite treatment, even now it is possible we can go to a what is the agency to give a proper termite treatment even after a completed house.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
So they have their mechanisms and chemicals, and never try to. You have to select a good guy with from
Mhm.
your contacts, and never try to negotiate on the because their chemical will get diluted. Right.
Okay.
So never do that. So what
Mm.
you do is, if you know they have mechanism, they drill the periphery of the house and inside as well, and then
Mhm.
they give it. So once every year. So it all depends on. See, the Bangalore is highly prone to termites. That is not
Yeah.
the case with. Pardon?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I stay nearby Hubli, Dharwad. So one
No.
of my relatives' house I have seen, but exterior neighbor house and all it is not there, and already constructed one. So we don't have any space how to treat that for the ground, where to how to treat. It's very like
No,
confusion.
no. This the pest control guys. No, they know to do. They do treatment. They know how to get rid of this. Now,
Okay.
see, when you buy a property, when you have construct a house, you should go around and check what is the termite level.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I mean, you don't have to use a civil wardrobes. You don't have to use marble shelves. You don't have to use marble verticals because eventually it doesn't last. Because the hinges, what you're getting now, it is suited to use it for wood and wood. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
wood and wood. Right. Now, in such case, what do you do?
Mm.
We have a European product called. It is made out of rice straws. It comes as a alternate to plywood. It is
Oh,
like a wood. You can use it as a wood actually. Now in India, it is brought in India for the first time by the Reliance Industries.
okay.
Right. That is a termite proof. It is like a plywood, but it is termite proof. Termite can't
Mm.
bite into it.
Oh,
So
I see.
yeah. So it is even the door frames they are bringing in with this material.
Oh,
It is
great.
called it is by Reliance Industries.
Okay.
No, because it is a proven in European countries for the past 25 years. They brought to India by railroad. There are other agencies also now coming in. This
Okay.
even you can use it for the door frames, you can use it for wardrobes, kitchen, everywhere. But it is costly.
Mhm.
I would definitely say it is. It might be the cost might be what is that 0.5%, 50% more. But you don't have to use it for shutters. It is only for this fixed elements you can use it. For the shutters, you can use a normal ply.
Okay.
You will never get a termite attack. For all the, especially your problem is for the, if you have 2 floors, you can use this particular rail wood only in the ground floor. But
Okay.
first floor is, you are safe to use your plywood.
Oh, no, sir. As I said, my relative's house, that problem, they have it at first floor only. Ground floor, they're rented. First floor,
Uh-huh.
they're staying. So the one
Okay.
of their study room, whole the study table, inside wardrobe, fully the termite has bitten and it's totally full.
Okay. Correct. If termite has entered the first floor, then you need to definitely do the treatment first.
Okay, sir.
Right. And there, if you feel it is coming to first floor, there also this particular would need to be used. What I said, majorly termite is associated with the your base, your or the ground floor. Right.
Okay.
See why, how it comes inside is because the if below the your basement, if the
Mhm.
water movement is more,
Okay.
termite comes in. If it is a dry inside,
Mhm.
termite doesn't come in. So in a neighboring house, it is termite, no termites coming, and in your house, termite is coming. That means internally below the house, right? You have some water line. I mean, water line in the sense, not your pipe.
Mhm.
Internally, there can be, what do you say, right?
Humidity kind,
Right,
humid.
right. So because of that, termite become more in those areas. They attack more.
Okay, okay. So, and one project I got recently, that the kitchen designing, they already has a kitchen with the marble granite fixed kitchen katta, and the support also granite, very thick, like a 2-inch thick granite marble or granite kind of stone supported with that katta, and that is very strong. And the younger person wanted to make the interior of that kitchen, but the older people says it is very strong, we have made it very strong and long lasting, why do you break, you do without breaking all this. But when they are supported with that granite and all, it's very difficult to fix the plywoods with the hinges. There also I'm getting the problem, and
No,
it's very difficult for me to convince them.
in such case, it never try to attach a hinges to the civil side, right?
Okay.
If you have a cavity done internally, you can very well insert the boxes inside, and
Okay.
then get the functional requirement as like a normal. The kitchen is something, I missed out in the webinar,
Okay.
because our kitchen is a Indian kitchen. See, we are now getting modular kitchen which has come from
Yes.
Italy kitchens and all. But heart of heart, we are all Indians. We are all Indians. When the type of cooking what we have, multiple spices, which is not in abroad, you have different types of vessels like pressure cookers, tawas, and how do you address all this? Or you need something internally, like even when you're telling about inserting modules between two verticals, you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And when we do that, we'll get very less space for making the drawers or cabinets.
Ideally, what you said is right. That vertical stake, and then when you have a vertical, your customization is
Very
limited.
difficult.
Is limited. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Kitchen needs a lot of attention nowadays, because it is not like the olden area times where people, your mom and my great grandmother used to use with limited vessels. No,
Mm.
but then you have to plan your whether you have multiple liters of cooker, when you have cooker, when your in-laws come in, or you
Yeah.
have different types of vessels, right? How do you address all those?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Which
sir.
is generally not addressed in a normal kitchen. Even I address everything in a modular kitchen,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Mhm. Yes, sir. You're true.
Okay then.
And okay. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Correct.
Thank you, Sridevi ma'am. Next is Vidoba. So if you got any questions, Vidoba, you can ask sir right now.
Hello, hi.
Hello, sir.
Hello, hello, hi, Vidok.
Sir, very good evening, sir, first of all, and thanks for being part of this wonderful session today. And
Thank
you
you.
talked about addressing the client's pain point, like that gives me a more insight
Correct.
regarding interior perspective. So my question is so which is play a major role, sir? Like effective utilization of space or like aesthetic elements like colors, lighting, like which play a major role in interior project.
See, first of all, when you plan an interior, for you to have the 100% enjoyment, it's like I told you, it is 75% of functionality and 25% of ambience. Right. I mean, most what happens is even people come to me who have seen my ad and then coming, right? People definitely, right? Dinesh, can you just show me good designs? Can you design this house? Then I used to educate them. Design is okay. I can give you any type of design of your choice, but let us talk about functionality. When you go and meet any designer for the matter, and when you put forth about the design first, you lose, because light and all is a part of the design, will definitely come in. You are adding the beautification will definitely come in as a part of the design. You cannot give two water and say your interior is ready. No, because the lighting is a part of it, your aesthetics is a part of it, your curtains are all a part of it. Now, what is not a part of it is when you focus on all this, you miss out on the functional requirement. And ambience is like I told you, an ambience you enjoy for the first 3 months. After that, it's a part of your life. Right, but then the functional requirement and the engineering behind it. In my website, if you look at, I've coined a word called designeering defined. It's not the design what matters, it is the engineering what supports the design matters. Right. So the functionality, the engineering, and the customization, this is something you need to focus on first. Aesthetics will definitely come in. If you are going to the guy who has got the creative thoughts, aesthetics will definitely come in. The area where if you don't focus on the functionality and the customization, right, you lose. He'll take you the same money, and then this is what, because you also don't know how things have happened. So what I tell
Yes.
is bringing in designs is, even I can do any designs, but understanding you is you and your family as such who are going to stay there for years, right? We need to understand your requirement, your space. How do you want to use the space, right?
It's all about the collecting the data from the client. It's play a major role in interior designing. Is that
Yeah,
right, sir?
that is a designer's skill set,
Like
right?
how do you can how that like how can we do that with a client interaction? Like what's kind of skill is that, sir? Like I wanted to
Are you a
know.
designer or you're a client?
I'm an architect.
You're an architect, right?
Yes.
So when you address a client, when you address a client, you should ask him what is the requirement as such, right? So generally, you need to every area, right, Sanjay, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, Sanjay. Yeah.
Sanjay, yeah, every area, right? You need to ask questions to get out answers from him.
Hmm.
You cannot expect from any client, for that matter, that he will speak to you about I need that, because you are the expert in this area. He might be an IT professional, or he might be a doctor. He is good in his area, right? You cannot expect him to give details from right. And you in suppose he's a doctor, right? Are you expert in his area? No. He is
No.
coming to you. He is coming to you, and you. It is your duty to extract. So for that, what you should do? You keep asking questions every area, right? When he say TV unit, when you say that my living room has got, I need a good TV unit. So the first question, what is that? What are you looking for, a large size TV, or what is the TV pattern of viewing? Moment
Hmm.
you say that my pattern, I don't need a home theater, I need everything is here. Then you should know what home theater you should give. Never try to give a home theater with multiple 7.1, 5.1, 9.1, or 11.5.
Hmm.
Never. For that, there are solutions available. which you will get a pseudo home theater feel. Right. There are players like, you don't have to have even a woofer. Right. A good soundbar itself will serve all this purpose. Right. Of course, there are satellite speakers coming. You should know what exactly when the client, based on the area where he is going to take you, and your client is going to ensure you this particular space. I need a large TV. Multiple questions you can ask about the TV. What then again, what normally, whether what time you view the TV. Sometimes we say that completely daytime. I completely view the TV. I mean, for me, it is morning 9 to evening 9. Yeah, parents will be wishing immediately. Then you should look about the curtains. You should have about that dark curtains. The dark curtain, in the sense behind, you should have a double layer curtain so that light doesn't fall on the TV. It is not the normal curtain and a sheer. Right. And then nowadays you have new things coming in the Wi-Fi. How do you address it? Because nobody goes us with the traditional cable systems. So TV, when you see, you need to know about so many things and thing. Now it is everything. When people, the new gen TVs are coming with different types of connectors. How do you take the connectors from the console to the TV?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, like that, and when
Correct,
it comes, whether it comes to crockery, or whether it comes to wardrobe insides, whether it comes to thing, yeah, you need to ask. I mean, you can go to any extent, like a doctor asking when you go to a doctor, now, he asks you certain questions. Do you sleep at night? What are the do you use? Why you are getting a neck pain? Do you use multiple pillows? Then you will say, no, I don't use multiple pillows. Then he will ask the next question: what is that sleep pattern? He will say, I get, I'm not getting good sound sleep. Then you said, do you see mobile at night before going to the bed? See, he asks us very many questions, and
Hmm.
if he's, I mean, this occurred to me as well, right? This is a thing which I had. I had a severe neck ache. I went to so many doctors in Bangalore to St. John's, to so many, all great hospitals I went, and everyone said it's a time for you to put the collar. Then with my profession, I cannot go around it with a collar, right? So I went started looking at every doctor who will give me a medication without using a collar. Then one of my friend, he was a client. All my clients are friends now. He said, Dinesh, never go put a collar. You go and meet one doctor in HSR. I went in. He asked me so many questions. How many pillows you use? What is the sleep pattern? What do you do to do this? He was not able to get anything out of me. Then he asked me a question. How much water you drink every day? I said, that is very less. Then he told me it is a muscular pain. You should drink at least 3 liters of water for some time. Then drink it for 7 days and you will see the pain coming down. So this is a doctor, no, asking questions. So for you, you should ask questions to the client in to get your requirement, right?
Got it.
Okay.
Sir, I have one more question. And since you're from a mechanical engineering background, like which is the right time to integrate the home automation, whether it's in a civil construction or interior phase? Like, have you done
See,
any home automation things in your past
see,
projects?
home automation, again, it's a diluted subject now. Because when you call a home automation, you are your client as such. And when you give it to your client, right? Your client asks, what is your expense? He will say, sir, I can do your home automation in 1.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs. I can automate this. I can, I can give you ambient lighting. I can do that. So he tells you so. So your mind, your client's mind automatically goes at night. Oh, I can do everything in my mobile. I can do everything in Mandir. So his thought is that home automation is something connected with your mobile and the application is loaded on your phone application. So this is how the home automation. Actually, home automation is not the one what most of the people have thought through. Home automation has also to be customized to suit the client, because a client, like I told you, when he comes with a villa at the age between 40 to 50 or 55, that is the time at which he undergoes a lot of changes in his life. His daughter getting married, his son going abroad, what is that? His maybe his parents, uh, his sudden demise of the parents. So many things happen in his life. How will his villa behave when he's inside the house? How will his villa behave when he's outside the house? How will his villa behave at the night? So yeah, so I'll tell you, I did a house, 20,000 square feet in a 3.5 acres of a property in Mysore. The architect gave a very thing, sir. You can, yeah. I asked this guy, I mean, client, what is your thought process in home? I mean, your security. He said, I'll fix a few cameras. That's what the architect had told me. I said, cameras are not a security thing. See, and when you say home automation is linked to security, to your convenience, to make sure that client gets the best. I mean, like I told you, right? How does his space behave when he's not there? Even in an apartment, when you do that, no, home automation has got a lot of things to. Home automation has got a lot of things to play. I see with you. Is it sound clear now? Right. So home automation, like you asked me, when it should end, right? So you should also ask all these questions. Sound not clear, is it?
No. It's audible. So it's properly audible.
Audible.
Not an issue. Yeah.
Okay, right. So automation is again a great subject. Again, a great subject. You should educate the client. You should ask, and like interiors, like I'm telling, automation is something connected with the security and safety. It is not like that just with a touch of a button you can automate your curtain. It is not that, because there are so many things. Let me ask you, if you are designing a villa where you are staying in the top floor and your parents are staying in the ground floor, and you hear some sound, immediately you should put on the lights, right? With one light at the study at your bedside table, you can automate it to switch on the lights of your choice. Night, when you hear a sound, right, you cannot, normally what happens is you start rushing towards, to all the accidents happens during night. When you rush yourself to help your family members, you trip or something happens. So one switch of a button, you can plan how you switch on the lights. Suppose you hear a sound outside the house. I mean, some intruders are coming. That particular button, switch, when you operate, right, all lights around the building should come on. How do you do that? Automation guy should know how to program it. I do that.
Yeah.
It's a huge subject. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Right, Sanjay.
Okay, next is Kalpana ma'am. Kalpana ma'am, if you got any questions, you can ask sir now.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Dinesh. Thank you so much for this amazing talk. It's very insightful. I have couple of questions. I won't take too much time because other speakers may also want. So quickly, I'll just ask. So now the new trend is Kota flooring. So it is already an existing flooring which is being used by others in earlier days, but now it is coming back big time. So there are varied opinions on Kota flooring. Some say Kota is not, useful. It will chip, it will break, it will crack. Some say no. Some people don't know how to use it. They are never used it. So it is an unknown fact yet. So people are hesitant to use it. So what is your view on Kota flooring?
See, Kota flooring is a good flooring because it's a low energy material, right? People, houses which they go for a low energy certificate, they use Kota stones. And the advantage of a Kota stone, of course, is a very soft material. Chances of getting scratches are more, but you can polish it, right? But then the feel of the Kota is far better than a normal vitrified. Right, Kota stone is a zero energy metal. It's good for your. I mean, people say that you don't get arthritis with Kota stone, so it has got a medicinal benefit as well. Right. So I've done. I mean, in an apartment itself, somebody has wanted Kota stone in their apartment. We have removed all those and then kept Kota stone there. But the process of implementing and handing over during the the hand state, you should be very careful while you use Kota stone, because it is not a scratch resistant material, whereas vertified tile is a scratch resistant material. It's good.
Right. Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Dinesh. The second question I have is on the security part. So, there are balconies. I'm talking about an apartment. So there are balconies. I'm actually in the process of getting hold of an apartment, and these balconies are facing the road. So, and there is no grill in front of the balconies. It is just a glass door. So, and then there is a balcony which has a glass divider. Basically, I'm not sure whether I'm explaining it properly. So now my question to you is, how do I increase the security of these balconies? Because first of all, there is security issue, and there is also privacy issue, because it's facing the road. So, do you have any ideas? I mean, of course, you can put the builder is refusing to put any kind of grills or anything. There are these invisible grills. How strong are these invisible grills?
Which floor is this, Kalpana?
This is on the third floor, Mr. Dinesh.
Yeah, intruders might not come in, right? Basically, no. Or you feel
No.
there are near to next
No,
to
there
that
are
there are
trees. There are trees which are very close to the
very close
balcony.
by. See,
Yeah.
for us, yeah, okay. So for a safety,
Mm,
invisible. If you're looking at a safety at the night,
mm.
invisible grill is not the solution. Invisible grill is good, where you can arrest your pigeons coming in, where you can adjust your kids for not falling out. But for an intruder, if you want to make sure that for an intruder should not come in, then the glass what you have to use a sandwich glasses.
Okay.
Sandwich glasses. It is you can't break it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even if it tries to break it, right, it will stay as it is.
Okay. So it
Even
is
if
secure.
it is
It is
very
secure.
secure, even if but you have to take care of the locks. You should not. Right. I mean, if normal glasses now, when you hit it, no, it breaks, and then you can open the lock from inside. Whereas the sandwich glasses, no, it will never break. It will, even if you try to break, it will stay as it is. But you will have the cracks on it, but it can't intrude.
Right. Got
One
it.
more advantage with the
Thanks.
sandwich glasses, yeah, sound pollution will not come inside. The sound, since
Okay.
that is next to the road, right? Night
Right.
times you have trucks coming, the zooming sound and all, you won't be able to hear any sound inside.
Right. Thank you so much.
It's
How do
inexpensive.
we get in touch with you, Mr. Dinesh? If I want to get in touch with you, is there any way to, is there a website or anything that one
I
can
have
write?
a website and I have my number as well. I think
Will
you have
Coco team
Kolo.
provide
Kolo
it?
will be, yeah, or you can take down my number as well if you want. Right, Kolo
O-
will be able to help you with the number.
Okay, okay, Kolo.
But you
Okay,
can
fine.
connect. My company's name is Fab Modula, Fabmodula, and the
Oh,
name Fab Modula itself derived from fabrications and modulars, right?
all right, all right.
So I mean, I'm not into modulars. I'm not into modular. It is a combination furniture what I give and ambience also what I give, right?
Uh-huh.
Right.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. I mean, for this insightful talk once again. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalpana ma'am. Next is Sunil sir. Sunil sir, if you got any question, you can ask sir right now.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. Hi, sir. Thanks. First of all, thanks for this wonderful session, actually. So you have almost answered most of the pain points that usually we face. Sir, the first question is, sir, how do we uh, come to a conclusion that this particular, whenever we are choosing, because whenever we approach any designers, they'll give like with the packages, like if you go with our budget, okay, so we
Hmm.
usually we fix our budget and then we go to a designer or the
Hmm.
interior designer. So they give a lot of choices, like, sir, this is a silver package, this is a golden package, this is a platinum packages. So all this which varies between 3 to 5 lakhs with these packages, okay. So but what I feel is like most of them they'll give the decision on us, basically. So okay,
Hmm.
the decision is left to us. So how do we choose that this particular uh, packages or this particular material is good for us and this is comes in our budget? Or can we obviously there will be little compromising with the budget here, it goes little up and down, that is okay, but still the decision is left on us. So how do we tackle this, like come to the conclusion that suppose, for example, is today now we can make an interior for kitchen as well with stainless steel, SS steel as well. Those modular kitchens are also available, or with the waterproof plywoods are also available. So how do we choose, like, this is best for me and this is maintenance free or something like that?
Your space is near, is it in Bangalore or outskirts, or is it
It's
near
Bangalore.
it's in
It's in
Bangalore?
Bangalore.
See, I mean, let me tell you, Sunil, like I told you, you have plenty of people in this arena looking for business. They come to you with the packages. If you are not sure about what is the price, what you can give for every area, you need to really approach to a person with I mean, these are all marketing teams giving marketing gimmicks, that you take silver, I give you for 5 rupees. If you take gold, it is 50 rupees. If you have a platinum, I give for 55 rupees. So you decide. So you will select, I mean, if your silver is at 30 rupees, 50 and 55, you are pushed to take something for a in between thing, right? Thinking that he is the person. No, he is looking for his business. For you cannot consider yourself when you put your hard-earned money. Now, don't consider put him in the front. You put yourself in the front. What is that? What I'm going to get? You ask this question, and then collect information from him. Go to the next guy, collect the information. Then collect to the next guy. Find out, right? Compare. You should spend some time. If you're looking at, if you don't have a person to guide you, right? You should spend some time till you find the right guy. Right. See, a good guy will never look into will tell you, will not track you with the prices. The good guy will tell you a requirement. Let me try whether I'll be able to help you. That's the right guy. Right, That's it.
Okay.
Now, see, what happens is, right, most of the companies, companies which has run by a marketing team, right, you really don't know. When they say we offer a 5 years guarantee, 10 years of warranty guarantee, how do you know that after 10 years these people are available? That's the reason I told you, right? When you check out whether try to get a person with 10-year-old before, where is he? What is his state of his interior? Because when they say 10 years warranty, and people say, people come to me. Dinesh, they are offering 10 years. How much? What is your thing? I said, I stay with every person. Even the 25-year-old, 20-year-old person is still with me. And you can check out with, is there any issue with them? But after 10 years, they say, people happily say that they get, they take you for a ride. Most of the cases. And how do you know that they are still in the business even after 10 years? They change the mobile. Then where do you go? So you need to, this is your battle. You need to go to the right guy and check with him. And you can be very firm. I'm here to understand about the interiors. I might be with you, I might not be with you. You please, right. You put it like that, If he's a nice guy, good guy, right, he will be able to help you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Next is Vidhoba, sir. Vidhoba, if you can unmute, it would be nice. If you got any questions, you can ask now. Hello, Vidhoba. Sir, who has posted the question on the chat box. Can you please take a look at it?
Yeah. How to select the correct plywood? Does Century signing 710 and Century signing 19 are good? See, interiors guys, they come and tell you, we use Century, we use that, we use it, because that is the name which you have heard, because the Century does advertisement a lot, right? Now, if you look at the BIS standards, Indian ISI standards, right? When you take 10-year warranty from any company for that matter, right? Just check out what is BIS standard. Now, I really don't know what is now, but generally BIS standard is 7 years. The plywood type is 7 years. But people give 25 years and all, right? So you can take any plywood which is on the plywood. If it is mentioned 10 years of warranty or whatever, that ply is good. But in normal signing, that doesn't give that. And I don't use Sainik and Century. I use a different type of plywood, which I don't buy anything from local dealer. We take it from the direct from the factory, where we make sure that plywood what comes is 100% solid. Right. Hello, is that Vidobha? Is that fine? The answer is okay to you?
Sir, Vidobha sir, if you got the answer, you can just post on the chat box. Yes, yes, sir. Has got the answer.
No, there are a few. I mean, people have again, right? Rahul, happy to help. Correct plywood. Do you do projects in Bangalore? That we can definitely look into. The project size is good, and then we can. Deepak had asked question: do you projects in Bangalore? Definitely, we are doing it in Mysore, in Bangalore, and we are doing it in Coimbatore as well. Because Coimbatore is was my previous client. 10 years back, he did. We did his house, and then he was very happy with it. Absolutely zero maintenance. So he's asking me to do 6 houses of his families to do it in Coimbatore. So Bangalore is not an issue. We can do that. What are some courses you would recommend to upgrade ourselves as designers? Simon Malhotra. Are you there, Mr. Simon?
Yes, hi. It's Simone actually.
Oh, acha, Simon.
Yes. So I
Simon.
just wanted to understand. I mean, I'm a fresh graduate from a design institute, and now I'm looking to start off my career as a designer. And I was also in the process for looking for some courses. So any courses you would recommend that would help me upgrade or get an edge
Yeah.
as a
So
designer?
Simon, right? Simon.
Yes.
Am I
Yes.
right? Okay. So which course you have done?
So I've done an interior designing, course. It was a 1-year diploma from Eduleam Interior Designing Institute.
Okay. So Simon,
Yes.
see, to become a good designer, no, any course for that matter, what you do. I mean, there are good courses which might help you. A 2 years course, 3 years course, and all will help you. But even after doing that course, whatever courses what you do, right, you should know to see things around. And that I mean, it's a detailing. You became a designer. You want to become as a good designer. Let me ask you a few questions. Have you ever brought a shirt for your parents?
Come again, sir?
Have you ever bought a ready-made shirt for your parents?
Yes.
What is the size of the shirt what he wears?
Um,
42.
I don't recall at the moment.
I know the shirts comes in multiple sizes: 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, right?
48.
No, 48. No, I mean, you won't be so fat, but majorly it is 42, 44, right?
Okay.
What do you
Yeah,
mean by
around
yeah?
that.
What do you mean by 42, 44? What does that dimension means? Your churidar, right? Your kurta churidar.
Hmm.
What
Right.
is the length of that churidar and the kurta? Have you ever measured?
No.
What is the length of the sari? How many meters it is? When you fold it, what in a hanger? What is the height of the sari? When you give your shirt or whatever to your
Hmm.
the laundry, and when it comes to it, have you ever measured the dimension?
Yes, for a sari, it's around 6 meters long.
6 meters. When you
Yeah.
fold it and hang it on a hanger, what is the height?
I'm not sure about that. I've not
Yeah,
checked that.
if you want to become a good designer, right?
Mm-hmm.
My
Mm-hmm.
suggestion is when I bring Times of India in my office, and I
Mm-hmm.
forcefully tell all my designers to read every day. Why?
Mm-hmm.
And not to read the headlines. I always say look into all advertisements and see how the advertisements are presented. Why? Because advertisement is something, the advertisement industry, they take the best of the best candidates, paying the highest of the highest salary to release a advertisement, right? So that detailing is what something an advertisement with one line you should describe the item.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, That is because he has gone through the detailing. Similarly, as a designer, you should understand the detailing of every element. Why you need 2 feet depth of a wardrobe, why you need 600 depth of a study table, why you need. So the detail, even if you do courses, right, this detailing has to come into your mind. Right, so you can,
Got it.
yeah. So I mean, there are good courses. I mean, depending upon the taste and the space, right? You can enroll yourself. But even after doing that, no, to become a good designer, the detailing is always something which most of the designers, right? Most of the designers
Absolutely.
don't
Yeah.
have. I mean, right. So that
Right.
is when you master all this. So the problem with you like to see what you love to see.
Correct.
It's a
True.
fact.
Very true.
For a design, it cannot be like that.
Hmm.
It cannot be like that. You need to see everything what is all around you. Right. When you go
Right.
to a normal, I mean, when you go to a hotel,
Hmm.
you should see how people come there. When you go to a normal darshini, you should see the type of people who are coming there to dine. Definitely, I would say you should go to a star hotel once in a while to at least to see the customers coming there, what type of dresses they wear, to understand yourself, to put you into that bracket, right?
True. Yes.
Normally, what happens is gents, right? I mean, youngsters, they look everywhere and then right. But ladies, they focus on certain areas and then you don't look. It cannot be. For a designer, I would say, you need to look everything.
Hmm.
What sort of dresses she has put? Why she's so attractive? Why he's so very handsome? What dress makes it? I mean, so I mean that is something, right? You need to see so many things in and around you to become a good designer.
Got
Hmm.
it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you for the insight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Dharmapal has given. When should a designer be involved? If a civil contractor has an interior as well, should you go with them to a different interior vendors? No, if you see, no, Dharmapal, can I answer you? Hello?
Yes, sir, please. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Dharmapal, see, normally, interior guy, a civil contractor also says that I do interiors. But as far as, see, the interior subject is more into detailing, right? Generally, I don't see a good civil contractor with a good the detailing in giving you a good interior. So if he has got a good team with him, where you you need to certify yourself that he is good, not by no, he might say that now since you awarded me the civil job, I can give you a good. But it all go by the prices. I gave you a good discount on the interiors. Discount is not the thing which you have to look at, because what is the detailing, what is bringing onto the table, what is the customization, what is bringing onto the table, what is the type of thought process, what is bringing onto the table. That matters a lot, right?
Right.
Right. So, like you had asked a question, what level an interior designer is to enter? To my thing, right, almost so many clients which I have serviced, right, they're calling me for their houses, which and they go for construction right from the day one. Even today, I'm handling few clients like that.
Okay.
Right. And why? Because when I get a villa, right, I do a lot of civil modifications. So to avoid that, people call me right from the day one and then say, please involve. So that I would say, before the construction is done, it is ideally to involve a good designer so that your what are that reworks are less.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Now, silly of life is in the security issue. What can be added other than the CCTV? So, see, CCTV is never a security device. It's a post-mortem device. You will be able to see what happened after the incident. CCTV is never a security device. More than that, a light in the night is more than the CCTV, because at the mid of the night, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, when the people try to intrude, the moment they see the light suddenly gets on, they will have a fear. Oh my God, the people are, the guy is awake, right? So apart from that, there are very many other things to boost the security. CCTV is never a security thing. Some very few people, they know how to mask the CCTV to come in. You put a helmet, you can't make out. There are a lot of beam sensors, motion sensors, what that alarm systems, so many things. RFID. If you have a large space to do, you can fix RFID to the cars. The cars itself will be guarded. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Kalpana. You have mentioned something. Let me scroll through. Okay. Now, I mean, some people have asked whether to do Nasan. See, definitely you can call me directly. My website is Fab Modular. There's a numbers in there. You can talk to me. Or you can touch with the Kolo team if you feel like. Right. Yes. Prakash, I think you wanted.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Prakash here.
Yeah, tell me.
Basically, I'm a civil engineer.
Right.
Industry. My question here, I have two questions here. One is using a glass railing nowadays. Interior glass. I mean, interior of the building, using a glass railing nowadays. Before and all MS or SS. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Nowadays, the people are using glass railing inside the building.
Glass railings. Railings. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, understood that nowadays the glasses are very functional. I mean, sandwich glasses are more not harmful as such before.
Right.
For functionality use, how you suggest? I mean, these glass railings. I mean, the cleaning. I mean, when you're taking some material to the upstairs or downstairs, it might get damaged. I mean, definitely you have to get it replaced. I mean, if it gets scratched, also you have to get it replaced. And function point of view, do you recommend to use a glass railing inside the building?
Yeah, so glass railing for a small space, for a small space, glass definitely plays a good role in that. Why? Because see, every element what you add to your interior, right? Your interior space becomes crowded. So moment you have a glass on the railing, right? You don't feel the heaviness of the staircase, but then it adds beauty to the subject as well. The railings, the metal railings, what you give associated with the stain, along with the glass, Of course, glass has got but it is not. You are not going to hit knowingly, right?
Intentionally, yes, not intentionally.
Not do that. But glass is a good choice, Because I use glass, but for a very large villa, right? I suggest other areas, other things, like casts or right. So glass is a good thing.
Okay. And my second question is, when any client comes for the interior works, you suggest with the design with the budget. Sometimes your budget not fit into the what to their expectations. How you convince the clients? I mean, spending extra penny also, it's something pain. Somebody thinks twice on that one. Right.
See, to be very frank, you need to make him understand content is money, right? So content is money, right? More the content, more the money, right? So if space like a 4,000 square feet space, and you have a 2,000 square feet space, right? A 2,000 square feet budget will not be applicable for a 4,000 square budget. Similarly, a 4,000 square budget cannot be applicable for a 2,000 square feet budget. So for every budget, you have some sort of estimation which you can work on, And then how do you convince us? Like I told you, content is money. Content is money, right? So you need to ask him really how many wardrobes do you need? For this particular room, do you need 3 wardrobes instead? Because ladies definitely need extra wardrobe spaces, right? But in bathroom alone, can I give you 3 wardrobes? In other rooms, do you need so much? So like that, you need to optimize this requirement and then bring it to a level, That is how you should do. Because definitely, I also get this challenge, but then I go in depth to make him understand this area can be worked out with a lesser thing. Whereas like that, no, you need to use your thought process in such a way that it can be brought down to his thought. But don't ever try to play with the raw material. Don't ever try to use a inferior material to satisfy him. You can touch on the content. Never ever try to mislead him with inferior material.
Thank you, sir.
Eventually he'll have to maintain it. The maintenance comes as a part of this, and we will definitely call you for maintenance, which you need to put your people to do the maintenance, right? Right. So you need to use the best of the best material. Within that, how do you serve it?
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So, for instance, let me tell you, we get many orders. People come back to me because when you don't have any maintenance issue, the engineering is good, application, everything is good, right? That's the happiness what you can give them, right? But you need to educate them. For this content, this money is required. Okay.
Got it. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Yeah. So,
has raised their hands. So day of life, you can unmute and ask the question.
pardon, Sharuk?
No, say day of life had raised their hand. So asking for their turn to ask the question. Hello.
Hello, Sharuk, is it to me?
No, it's somebody who raised their hand.
I see. Okay.
Say day of life, you can unmute and ask the question.
Hello. Hello. Thank you,
Hello.
sir, for your wonderful thoughts on the issues of interiors. Already, I asked you the regarding the security purpose. I have built a house in the Bangalore only behind Banneraghatta National Park. It
Right.
is the land year 20 Kunta, and I have built it in 3055. I asked you for the security. I have not given any glasses wall or something. It is fully covered, and entrance door in the hood only. I have put the CCTV. Apart from the CCTV, I have told something, but I didn't get you. I have two daughters, and it is a nearby forest area. How can I get the security purpose?
Now you have a threat for the animals, or you have a
Not
threat for
animal, for the people. But it is
for the
village,
people.
yeah, around 500 meters far away from the village. That's why in the planning, initial planning only, I have not given any glasses. For overall house, I have not given the glass or something like that, which can be breakable. It is only wooden window entrance. Only one window is there for entrance for the ground floor, and top also one the door is there, main door. Sorry. Apart from CCTV, what can be I added to the security purpose?
So you have I mean, is there any headroom on where which people can intrude from the terrace?
Yeah, headroom is there. I have planned for the iron door in the headroom.
Yeah. So and see, nowadays you get the steel doors, right?
Yeah,
Steel door.
still, yeah.
This steel door, one advantage is steel. It has got five locking systems, so it is
Okay.
very difficult for it to intrude. So the
Yeah.
headroom, ideally, you can go for a steel door where you
Yeah.
have, because the advantage is, see, when we give a wooden door max to max, you give 2 locks,
Yeah.
right? But for the steel door, you have 5 locks.
Yeah.
So that way, it is very difficult for an intruder to come in through a steel door. And if
Yeah.
you're talking about other areas, right?
Yeah.
See, the steel door, if you want to give it a, I mean, if what is it? I mean, I don't know whether they customize to suit your thing, but then there are different sizes available with the different players. But even the
Okay.
utility, where all the, since it is the slightly a space where you feel there can be intruders at the night, all
Yeah.
the entry doors can be steel door. Apart from that, you can keep the motion sensors as well.
Yeah.
A motion sensor where it will
Motion sensor. Okay.
it will help you to detect the moment the motion sensor is active. No, don't put an alarm first level.
Okay.
You can put the lights on, so the light will
Okay.
automatically turn on.
Okay.
Right. So alarm when it happens is motion sensors are very tricky as well. Even if a cat jumps, right, or a dog jumps, alarm
Okay.
say the alarm can come on. So
Okay.
in such case, no, light is a good source of security. Light, a light in the middle of the right when it comes on, right?
Yeah.
Apart from the
Thank you.
CCTV.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Thank you. One more question, sir.
Right.
Sir, apart from this, from your experience, what is the validation of the wooden interior? They will say some of the companies and we will give 20 years, 10 years and all. Which were they using for the plywood and all, wardrobe, everything?
See, if it is an individual house, right, when you panel it, right,
Yeah.
any panel which is you need to be very clear about your external water coming in through the walls, right?
Okay.
Wood interiors are really good. I mean, ages people have been using good wood, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But when it comes to plywood, you need to be very clear that your contractor or the designer is using the right ply, right? Because with the facing wall towards exposed wall, right?
Yeah.
You see, the Bangalore had a very stable climate. That is
Mm.
15 years, 10 years back. But
Mm.
now, Bangalore weather is also, I mean, you have a high temperature during starting with February 15th to June,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have, because the walls gets expanded. So there are all chances of water seepages if you have, so such areas you have to be a bit careful while handling, right? But otherwise, wood is really a wood interior. Don't add wood too much, because
Mm.
adding wood too much again you will not
Mm.
get an error. So you have to use it judiciously,
Yeah, okay, okay, sir.
right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Sanjay sir has asked one question in chat box. You are.
There is one question from Sunil. Nowadays, aesthetic for the PVC panels materials are available as alternate for wood. Does this have the PVC material is no issues as long as there is no heat generated to onto the PVC, right? It is safe. If you are keeping PVC panels without a direct sunlight on it, right? There is no health hazard. Sunil had asked this question. Okay. Okay.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Sir, I wanted, it's not a question, sir. I wanted your opinion in this. So, I wanted to start a freelance interior design business along with my job. Like, what all the opportunities I'll get, and along with like what all the problems I'm gonna face. Like, what are the challenges will come, sir?
So my suggestion is, if you're trying to do freelancing along with your full-time job, never do
Hmm.
that. You won't be doing justice to either to your job or to the client where he sells out his hard-earned money to you, right? So this is an area where your attention is required 24/7. I understood. So I will not advocate you to do freelancing while you are with a full-time job. No, but very difficult it is to manage, because finally you end up in, right. So there are people doing it, but if they have a support of their immediate family members whom they can entrust, then it is fine. But then you need to get the right support from your family. You cannot entrust it with a friend or any other guy. It becomes difficult. It will create confusion with you and your person who are entrusting you the job. You have to be very careful when you're doing that. You need to have the right guy with you, preferably a family member.
No, like currently, I'm working in high-rise, like five-star hotel as a design coordinator for the civil at a construction site. Like along with, I'm doing like only 2 to 3 projects. Like, can I take more projects? Like, what's like, is that?
No, if you have the bandwidth to do that, definitely you can do that. If you have the bandwidth to attend to that. See, the problem is when you are into detailing, when people look for detailing, you should be there for the evidence. But there are cases where people, when they give you a job for, suppose it's a rental space, then the thought process is different. You can do that. Because I mean, nobody's worried about the detailing. Nobody's worried about the functionality. So if somebody is giving you a space for rental, then there is no hassle in that. You can do that. Only thing you need to have a skill set to manage. But when it comes to a customized interior where the functionality is a big area to be attended, then you need that support.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Right. Yes. How do you prevent black spots from coming in mirrors, especially in bathrooms? Is the same mirror using a back sticker and a neutral clear silicone? I'm still getting black spots in few months. See this, I mean, Trishul Rai, right? I mean, nowadays the Saint-Gobain guys, they're when they take the order itself, they said it is all these issues are not there, but then if it is still getting right, see, normal glasses, right? You need to ask your client, moment do you take the bath, you need to spray water and clean it. Because what happens is the water what you get is not, it's not a soft water, it's a hard water. Along with that, you have the soap along with that, and the oil is, suppose if the client takes it, it's a mixture. It definitely, it is a chemical property, right? It will definitely your Saint-Gobain also will not withstand. Suppose they use multiple chemicals for all this, and soap, especially detergents, right? You need to ask your clients to just spray water on it before they leave. Otherwise, these things keep happening. You can't complain the Saint-Gobain or the normal, right? No? Because your water itself is a hard water. What you get, if you are using softener, then you get little more better relief in that. But definitely, any soap getting added onto the thing, it will definitely eventually it will stay marks on it. Right. So bathroom, a small care need to be taken when you handle glasses inside the bathrooms.
Yeah. Hi, sir. So I think it's almost 8:55. So
Right.
we will wrap up the questions. So if any of the homeowners have any follow-up question, so they can reach out to Kolo, and we will be connecting with you, sir. So
For sure.
thank you so much for your time. So it's been a really helpful session. So uh, so for the attendees who have joined, so please feel free to share your questions. So if you want to connect with sir, you can connect with us. We will be connecting with sir, and in future also we will be conducting similar sessions. So thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, joinees, for joining this wonderful session.
Right. Right. Thank you all. Thank you all patiently listening to me. That is itself. I should thank all of you, right? I mean, especially the Kolo team, giving a platform for people to meet me, as well as for me to meet everyone. You know.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.